Hey guys, Likey here, back with another video, and the other day I was scrolling through my profile here, and I realized that I had this weird grayed out classic challenge badge. Now I don't know what that means. Maybe it means like I did a classic challenge a long time ago and it didn't really register or something, but I can't deal with having no classic challenges on my profile, especially when there's a badge for it. So, I decided to have some fun in a classic challenge with this Hog 2.1 deck. Now, this deck is completely ridiculous. It has just the Hog Rider and the Cannon from Hog Cycle. You also have the Log. You have your Cycle cards, Ice Spirit and Skeletons. You also have Spear Goblins and Bats as like Zap bait. And then you have the Log and the Zap to support your Hog. And basically this deck, you just send in Hogs so fast that they can't do anything about it. And you just keep spamming your troops on defense, cycling back to Cannon, cycling back to Spear Goblins and Bats. And they really can't do anything. It's hilarious. It does take a lot of skill to play, but since it's a classic challenge, I was able to win most of the matches. We're at 10-1 here, so I'm just going to get 12, see if it updates my profile. Then we're going to look at this replay from the 6th win against a pretty decent Golem player. I was able to beat him with Hog 2.1, which is just completely ridiculous. But here we go. So I also bought this emote here because I had a $10 gift card and that emote's just so beautiful I had to buy it. But yeah, let's go in here. So it looks like he's gonna play Goblin Gang, so let's see what deck he has. I can't tell from just the Goblin Gang, but if it's like some kind of bait deck, then I have really high advantage here. So it looks like it's actually mortar bait, so that's really good for me. I think my Hog and Bats are gonna be able to take care of that. And we're going to send in another Hog here just because I can, because I cycle so ridiculously fast. Let's also zap these here, maybe my Skeletons can help there, and we do get 2 Hog hits. And the thing is, most decks can't prevent any Hog hits, so like, you'll normally get 1 hit, and even if they have like a Tesla or something that completely denies the Hog, you can basically double cycle them, so every other Hog will literally, they won't have their Tesla for it. It's just hilarious. So looks like he's going in with another miner. I'm going to use my Spear Goblins, Ice Spirit, Skeletons, and we've already cycled back to another Hog here. So there we go. And looks like he has the cannon cart. Interesting. I'm just going to use the cannon on the mortar. That should be able to take it out just fine. Let's also use the zap on these bats here. And I think we have to use Skeletons to stop this, but yeah, we're definitely going to be able to take that out. As you can see, he's not been able to get as much damage as I'm getting on him, just because I get to keep cycling Hogs. His only good response to Hog is the mortar, and I can basically double cycle that. So let's once again go with a Hog Ice Spirit, and let's see what he's going to do. Looks like he's just going to Fireball, which is a bit weird. I'm going to get a Log down on this. And he's really not able to touch our tower, which is hilarious. Because a lot of times with this deck, your opponent is just not able to touch your tower. And it's not even like a gimmick deck. Like, I was thinking about it being a gimmick deck when I was thinking about doing this, just winning a classic challenge with it. But when I actually played it, it was viable. Like, it wasn't just a joke, basically. Let's see. So we are able to take out that cannon cart, so that's fine. And we're back to another Hog, and we're good to go here. He's going to set up a mortar, that's totally fine. Looks like my Skeletons actually pig pushed the Hog over, so that's really good for me. I got 2 Hog hits. I can basically log zap cycle. He can't really do anything about it. Let's set up some troops here. Let's see, my Hog once again doesn't get pushed, so I think it was just a bad mortar placement by him. Now let's get bats down. Let's get a zap. Let's get an Ice Spirit here. Looks like we were able to take out his cannon cart. Let's also get a Log down here. Let's get another zap. So we cycled 2 zaps to take out his minion horde here. Looks like he's gonna have a pretty good cannon cart. That is actually gonna lock on, so it's gonna be close. Looks like he might actually take this, so that's good game, unfortunately. When I'm recording, I'm just not able to have the focus. A Log and a zap would have done it, but I just wasn't able to focus and get it done, but that's fine. we were at 10-1. This deck is really ridiculous. So good luck to him. OP emote, and yeah, this is a problem I had because I was trying to win a 12-win Grand Challenge for Expo because I've been having some success with it lately, but I just wasn't able to do it on video. I just wasn't able to focus enough. And this is, again, one of those decks that requires really high focus to play. Looks like he has Tornado, but once again, I can just outcycle that. Looks like one of the skeletons getting crazy value on the tower. So, he might be playing Mortar. Yeah. Let's see. Cannon should be able to take out that Mortar just fine. And Mortar's like... Mortar and Tornado are his two defenses to my Hog, and he used both of them. So let's zap these bats. Nothing he can do about it. And looks like we're going to get 2 hits. So yeah, I really feel like I should have won that previous match. I just wasn't able to focus at the end. So hopefully that doesn't happen, because that's what happens when you play these really, really high skill cap decks on videos. Like, they're trying to explain every play, but there's just too many plays to explain. So here we go. Let's send in an Ice Spirit just to get a little bit of chip. Let's get a cannon down here just to block the mortar, not even to shoot at it. There we go. Let's get Spear Goblins down. Looks like the Ice Spirit was able to take out some of his bats. And let's send in another Hog. Now he's going to Tornado that. Let's see if we can kill this Knight here. And looks like he does get some damage on the tower, which is unfortunate. So now he knows that I have cannon for his mortar, so he's going to be a bit more cautious. He's probably going to be defending his mortar with his Knight most of the time. So I might have to use my Hog on his mortar sometimes, but we'll have to see. I'd like to prefer to use my Hog to attack. So let's go in with an Ice Spirit and see what he's doing. Let's just go in with Spear Goblins, keep up the pressure. Let's go with my cannon here. Looks like, yep, he has the Knight ready. So let's get Skeletons here. Let's get an Ice Spirit here. And let's once again just throw down a Hog. I think he wasted his Tornado. Let's get my Skeletons down just to block here. And looks like we got some bats to the tower. Let's zap these bats here. We don't get a Hog hit, unfortunately. So let's split my Spear Goblins. Looks like he's trying to Rocket Cycle, but I have such an aggressive deck, that's probably not going to be easy for him. Looks like he Tornadoes, but I think my bats can get to the tower a little bit. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep cycling. Just don't stop the cycle, basically. Let's get an Ice Spirit opposite lane to basically block this mortar. And yeah, I think Rocket Cycle is his best option here, because he can't really break through with a mortar. So let's send in Spear Goblins, let's send in Hog. Log into Zap should take out those archers there, and also get some chip on the tower. Looks like we get another Hog hit. We're looking really, really solid here. Let's send in another Hog. Basically, because he used his mortar there. Looks like his mortar actually locks onto the tower, so that's not good. Let's zap it. And we do get one of the hits to divert to a Spear Goblin. I wonder if I can log Zap Cycle, if that's a possibility. So let's send in a Hog Rider. Let's send in an Ice Spirit. Let's log here. And let's basically keep this mortar off my tower. I just can't have it get any hits, and then he's able to... So let's see if a log zap takes it. It does, so that's good game. This deck is completely ridiculous. Like, normally Hog Cycle doesn't have any way to get through a mortar, but with Hog 2.1 I can just keep cycling and cycling, and he can't keep up. Even with 2 counters, the mortar and the tornado, he just can't keep up. So we're 11-2. Let's see if we can go 12 with this crazy Hog 2.1 deck. It's going to be really hilarious if we can. And I've found classic challenges are kind of chill. They're not as hard as grand challenges. So tell me if you guys like, if it's okay if I do 12-win classic challenges instead of 6-win grand challenges sometimes. Just if that's something that you guys would be willing to watch, or if you'll just like completely skip over it if it's a classic challenge. Because classic challenges are a lot less gems, so I can make a lot more videos if you do prefer that. So let's just block this P.E.K.K.A. I don't think this P.E.K.K.A. can ever break through to the tower, basically. So we're just using skeletons, and let's send in another Hog here. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we have like a crazy advantage against this deck, because he has no solid hog counter. Like, even the P.E.K.K.A, I can just keep spamming, and he can't really, let's see, actually this bandit might connect, yeah, so that's unfortunate. Probably shouldn't have let that happen, but let's get some Spear Goblins down. Basically what I was saying is I can just keep cycling so fast that his P.E.K.K.A is kind of useless, because I have so much spam here. So I should be comboing the Hog with the Ice Spirit every time, just so that it freezes his P.E.K.K.A. I'm just going to wait till I have a bit more elixir here. And let's set up our skeletons, and let's also set up our Hog Ice Spirit. He's probably going to use his P.E.K.K.A on this. Looks like he's going to zap, but my Ice Spirit still gets to the P.E.K.K.A, so looks like we can set up a cannon here. And since he used his zap, I can just bait him out like crazy here. We can use bats up there, we can use Spear Goblins down here. We can use skeletons to pull the P.E.K.K.A up. And now I don't even need the Ice Spirit with the Hog, because he already uses P.E.K.K.A. Just gonna send in another Hog. Just keep sending in Hogs, he can't do anything about it. This is actually hilarious. So there we go. The Hog actually gets 2 hits just because he had nothing for it. Let's use an Ice Spirit to block the Bandit. Ice Spirit's gonna jump, and Bandit gets no hits, so really he can't do anything. He can poison, but I can like work around the poison. He misses a zap. Let's go with Hog and Skeletons, just trying to get that last chip on the tower. There we go. He can't do anything with this deck because the Hog is always going to get at least 1 hit, basically. Let's get a log down here. Looks like we weren't able to get the Dark Goblin. So let's zap here and see if we can take out the Dark Goblin. We actually can. So we're looking really solid here. We still have our cannon surviving. Let's set up another cannon here just so that we don't take too much damage. It looks like the bandit might come close to the tower. Let's see if we can stop this. If we can't, we can still go for the 2 crown, but it looks like we're gonna stop this. There's really nothing he can do. Like, my offense is just able to get through every time. That's well played to him, and that's a 12-win Grand Challenge with 2.1 Hog Cycle. And I did use it throughout the whole Grand Challenge, if you guys can see. So, yeah, basically, it's a crazy deck, and it might actually be competitively viable. I'll have to do some Grand Challenge testing. I don't know if I want to waste my gems, though. But it's definitely a great gimmick deck. It's great to get better at the game. And let's just open up this Classic Challenge chest really quick. Let me check my profile if it updated so that it actually shows that I won a Classic Challenge. There we go. It shows I won a Classic Challenge. Maybe I'll get that to 10 wins just so I have the same number of Classic Challenges as Grand Challenges, because that looks better on the profile. But that was great, and we could finish up the video with a replay against this Golem deck, something I believe is the hardest matchup, just because I don't have anything really to DPS down a Golem, and he has Tornado for basically all my spam, and he also has Tornado for my Hog to the King Tower. He also has Baby Dragon, which is the biggest issue with this deck, because, like, the best you can do is use, like, an Ice Spirit. Like, the Ice Spirit blocks the Baby Dragon for 1 hit, and then it freezes the Baby Dragon, but within that time, you kind of have to take care of the Baby Dragon. You could also surround it with bats, or block it with the Hog, but you really don't have any good answers here. So what I do in this battle is, I think I split skeletons just to kite the Baby Dragon over, then I surround it with bats to cycle back to another Hog, and I'm already back to Hog. So as you can see, in single elixir, I just don't stop the Hog cycle. That's the main idea that I try to implement, which is basically just keep cycling Hogs. Don't ever stop. Like, it's just defend, and then as soon as you defend, cycle a Hog. So here we go. I'm just cycling back to a Hog this entire match, or every match, really. All I'm ever doing is cycling back to the Hog. And if the troops can get used on defense, then that's even better. So I think that Ice Spirit lagged a bit there. It meant to be a bit closer to the Barbarian Barrel, but overall, like, as you can see, I have a ton of damage on his tower. I'm kind of scared because as soon as he gets, like, a big Golem pushed down, I'm going to be in trouble. But my principle here is literally just don't let him get a big Golem pushed down. So he sends in his Golem, and I'm just like, I need to get him to spend some elixir on this Hog over here, just so that I can, just so that, you know, I can make sure I can take out his golem there. So a good strategy against this golem is to cycle 2 cannons and put one beneath the other cannon, so that even if the golem takes out the second cannon and activates the king tower, it doesn't go to my tower. So as you can see, he has Baby Dragon Tornado, but since I let the Baby Dragon lock onto the tower, I was able to get some value here. And I know that he's probably going to take this tower, so I just send in another hog just to keep the pressure going. And I'm always keeping the pressure going as much as possible. That's the main principle with this deck. And I didn't think I was going to be like doing this for real as a serious video or anything. I just wanted to win a classic challenge. I didn't want it to be too boring, but as you can see, this deck is ridiculous. And I think so I pulled the golem there with a cannon. I tried to pull the Mega Minion up with some skeletons, and I think the Mega Minion was following them. I had to use a hog to block the Baby Dragon there. So right now, I'm just fighting for my life. I have no heavy spell, nothing to take out this push. I'm trying so hard to stop this Baby Dragon. It's so close, but in the end, I don't let him get the 3 crowns, so it's really close. I just keep spamming. He has the poison. Once he has the poison down, I can't place anything in the poison, but overall, it's just fine, because he's not really able to break through in the end there. I just kept spamming and spamming, and this deck is so fun, because you always have something to play. Like, you're never just waiting for Elixir, like, you can always play. I mean, you are waiting for Elixir, but it's not like you'll never have a moment where you need Elixir to play a card and you just can't play anything. You can always play something. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this Hog 2.1 video. Tell me if you guys want to see a Hog 2.6 video. That one's a bit more solid for like grand challenges. It's a bit more, I don't know, it's just a more common deck. So tell me if you guys want to see that, or if you guys want to see another Hog 2.1 video. But that's going to be it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.